Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is your host, L, and today I'll be working on a couple of things. Number one is getting SSH to work from my workstation over to this remote server here, which as you can see, is on the 192.168.10.1 network, right? So that's on the 192.168.10, while my machine here is on the 192.168.1.0 network, right? On the one network. And now if you can see, we can ping 192.168.10.100. It's not going to go because there's no router that knows about this 10 network outside of my host and the my bad. Let's put this down. That was loud as heck. All right, so there's no route there, and you can see that I'm not cheating you. Then that 100, you see, so it goes to my gateway, and then it tries to go over to the provider, to the carrier's network. So that's never going to resolve. And the reason why that is, also we can try to SSH into it, so you can see that I don't have any kind of weird firewall blocking it, right? This is never going to come back. All right, right, so it's not going to connect. It's not going to connect, and the reason why this is not going to connect is because this firewall. So now what we need to do on this firewall is create a uh, port forward action here, right? So we're going to say that this is going to be here, this is going to be here, the destination is going to be also this one, and that 170 from SSH. So it's going to be SSH to redirect. The redirect is going to be 10.100. It's also going to be SSH. Okay, so let's see. Let's add a quick description. SSH for address translation. Okay, so we have that here. Now, the reason why there's a firewall here is because this Proxmox host is hosting the VMs, and it has a bridge 1 here, to simulate a separate network, right? So nothing on this 192.168.1 network has direct contact with the 10 network. In case, we decide to do some crazy stuff on the 10 network, it's not going to bleed over into my home stuff, right? Unless I set up the firewall to do so. And that's why that's set up that way. All right, so now let's make sure that our host here is listening to SSH. So we're gonna say SS NLT, and you're gonna see here port 22. Right, so port 22. I think if you do you remove the N, you see, so it tells you here SSH right here. Right, so SSH is listening. SSH is listening, and now all we need to do is to connect. And I'm going to start a Wireshark capture here. I'm going to start a Wireshark capture here, and I'm just going to capture on port 22. Right, anything going over to port 22. So we're going to just say port 22. Port 22. Send it. Right. Now this thing doesn't have a always on top kind of stuff. Right, so we're going to say, and then we're going to go open Putty up, and we're going to say we have to do 192.168 1.170, and then let the path take over if it's going to work. All right, so let's see. L is going to be the name. Nah, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Let's see. All right, and now we can see we're in. So let's stop this wire short capture here. We can see we're in, but as you saw, we were prompted for a password, right? So I guess step 2 will be to copy our public key over to that. Copy it. When I say copy, I really mean paste it into the authorized key. So let's use Nano because this machine doesn't have Vim installed out of the box for some reason. Shame on me. Shame on you, System 76. That's that's horrible. .ssh authorized keys, right? So there's nothing here, and we're going to copy our public SSH key. Begin public key. No, not this one. Not this one. Close that. We're going to say, we are going to say Putty gen, and it's going to say load this one. We're going to say this one here. We're going to say this one, and we're going to paste it there. All right, so exit, save it, yes. And now exit again. Close this, and let's see now. It should not ask me, it should not prompt me for a password. So let's set up the session, right? Let's set up the session, and it's going to be L at 192.168.1.170. We're gonna say save this session as pop OS and save it. And now let's see, it should be, we should be able to log in right into it. There you go. Right, and you can see here authentication with public key, right? So that works. Let me know if you want some more. And we have here the SSH stuff. What I was looking at the SSH for, I was looking at Wireshark to see if we could capture the process of the NAT, but we really don't have it here, right? So to 70, let's see if we can say the MAC address is the MAC address of my of that System 76 Bonobo laptop. And you can see, right, this is banner grabbing and stuff like that. It gives you a lot of stuff. And there was no key exchange, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you would like me to do more videos like this. Have a good evening.